right into it. Today we'll be going over the top stocks that I'm watching, the top stock actually that I am eyeing for today in the market or sorts like that. But let me ping out on first on my Discord. Make sure everybody hops on here so they can see what my outlook is. Let's see. Andy alerts. Let's do that. Share this stream. And I think we're Gucci. But yeah, today we'll be going over the top stocks, SPY as well. Why I'm going over SPY is because it's most easily trade indice ETF that many people can trade over time. So let me do this, copy, send it to everybody. Control V, bam. All right, let's go right into this. All right, so off. And then let me change this. Alright, let's go over SPY today. So, what is my outlook on SPY? I'm very bullish on SPY for this week, even though banks, are not really trading. So, it's going to be heavily relying upon, well, banks are on the holiday this week. So, we're going to be relying heavily on the retail investors' volumes, sorts like that. So, looking at it, you can see we gapped up. I had a trend here. I've been trading sideways, day trading SPY on the sideways trend. Then I trade on the upside with a breakout of our downtrend, which was 430, 436 or so, 435. We broke out of that. Now we're doing a bump and run in this case and scenario, but we're holding our support level of 436 very well. So it's very interesting to see this because the reason why is that we're filling the gap at the same time, but at the same time though it looks like we're having strong support and volume where we can actually break above this 440 line, and it looks very plausible too. And if you guys don't know, every time we have a hammer source like this, let me zoom in, a hammer like that, SPY tends to run. Like from past history and from what I've seen, SPY tends to run a lot. So let me look at, I highlighted a few right here. Let me highlight a few. So we had one right here. That's one of them. Boom. Try to see another one that we had. We had one right here. Boom. That's another one. So SPY, as you can see, there's a lot of them. SPY tends to run off of that. So what is my price target for this week? I say 440 is my price target for this week for SPY. If we can break above 440, then we go back and retest 453. But we have a strong resistance right here around 444, which is another resistance within this huge gap, that we're gonna go through. But I'm very bullish on SPY these coming weeks because we have banks earnings this week. We have J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, we have Citibank, Wells Fargo. There's so many banks this week that are having their earnings, so it's called the Banks Earnings Week. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens, with stories like that. But let's look at QQQ. See how the tech sector is warming up today. Tech sector looks very bearish still. We're still in the downtrend right here, as you can see. Let me remove this drawing right here. Let me highlight this channel for you guys. But we look very, very bearish in a sense that the market has not made a move anywhere since from our last movement. So we're still very bearish. I say tread lightly. You can fall back below down to around 349. We can see a low of 343 right here. Doing a high low right here, but we're still, looks like we're breaking out our hidden bullish divergence still, but we haven't broken out of the trend. No confirmation yet of what really is occurring, a source like that. So it's very interesting to see. So I'm very curious to see what happens if we can break above this trend line or not. If we do, we can see new high possibly, and we can see that high at near basically tech earnings, which is the end of this month, which is I'm excited for actually. So we can highly see that correlating to that. So we might see a new low, or something like that, a new low for this month, I would say. But at this time being, I'm bearish for QQQ. Otherwise, my outlook would change if we see a breakout above this downtrend line. Um, we're probably a break above probably 363 or sorts like that is a really good indicator, sorts like that. But so let's dive right in. So let me see if we have any questions in here. VX thoughts, Andy. Microsoft thoughts. All right, let's look at VXX. VXX. I'm still not sure how we're gonna trade this because we might see volatility. If you guys didn't know, FOMC minutes come out this week on Wednesday around 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. Let me make sure. Let me pull my watch list right here. I got a watch list ready already, so you guys can see as well. Um, let's see. FOMC minutes released 2 p.m. Wednesday right here, as you can see. So 2 p.m. Wednesday. So we might see expect some little bit of volatility from there. We might see like right now we hit the bottom lows. We might spike back up, touch this 200 SMA line, which is around $29 or sorts like that. So expect some volatility coming, the FOMC minutes coming, releasing slight volatility, not that high. We might see it jump up to $28, but not that high. So expect some a little bit VIX volatility this coming weeks. Microsoft. Let's look at that. Boom. Microsoft. I'm very bullish right now. We broke above our 290. 290 was it? My 292 trend. Now we can see an upside to 305 of sorts. I'm very bullish on basically uh, on Microsoft, especially with their earnings coming up October 26th. With them releasing Windows 8, their Office 365 of sorts like that. So I'm very excited to see where Microsoft can go because the reason why is that um, Microsoft has really bullish outlooks. They're very undervalued. They're getting so many government contracts that we can actually benefit from it. Technological advances from even the augmented reality, like they're changing the game with augmented reality. It's another big step. For people who are in business meetings, they can see themselves virtually there. So I think it's very awesome to see what basically what Microsoft is doing in the technical advances. Not a lot of companies are focusing on that right now. So I think we can actually see Microsoft being going to, I think the price target range for Microsoft from an analyst, from multiple analysts is basically, let's go tip ranks. You guys want to see? I use tip ranks a lot, guys. Use it. It's very helpful and useful because you can see all like the breakdown. This is where I do all my research on stocks, basically. So you get an analysis on these stocks. So if I go top analysis, analysts have basically a price target of 336. All 21 buys from all these CFA bank analysts from these firms. 336 is the average. High is 411. So it's very interesting to see that. You can also see your hedge funds, who's investing in these right now. People have been selling, after that. Earnings, risk factors. You can see also what are the risk factors within basically Microsoft itself. It goes down into the depths, in depth of how what the risks are you taking on is very key to know what risk are you taking, because if you do not know what you're taking on for risk, basically you are going to be blindsided by the market or by the stock company itself, the portfolio source like that. So pay attention to all these risk factors because you can know what is happening in the market within the individual stock itself. So remember that. So I recommend you guys using this. This is what I use all the time. So yeah. All right, let's dive into. Let's see. I don't have any other messages. Donut. Let's see. Donut. All right, let's look at donut. All right. DNUT. I know a lot of people are playing Krispy Kremes. Krispy Kremes, very bullish. What I would do, I would not trade options. Let me see the option chain for this right now. Oh, it's pretty cheap, to be honest. If you can do a long call, yeah, like these option chains are very, very cheap. Even for December, September, it's not even bad either. Um, but it looks like a huge amount of volumes in these option calls for donut. Average rate I see going to is $15 to $18 per a share for donut. So let me trend out the trend right now. So let's do this. Let's draw a trend right here. Uh, bam. So bam right here. So we got a new low right down below here. So $21. So let me draw my Fibonacci levels right here. Uh, bam, bam, boom. So where I see my price range about to occur is we're gonna have to break above this trend line of $14. Then we probably might be sitting at this average right here between $17 to $18. So that's the average we're gonna be sitting at. So let me draw a box out for you guys that where I would sell my position or take profits on some and then let the others run in case it runs past 18. That's where my profit taking zone would be actually for donut. Um, Good time to get calls, especially shares too, long term shares. I know that they're getting a transformation where they got bought up by a company who owns both Einstein Burgers. Another thing is Panera Bread. So, and we've seen how these that company basically transformed these other food chains into big profitizing companies. So I say Donut is very bullish, especially after the IPO. They shot down. Now they're back down to the lows. Might they probably might shoot back up to $18 again now after they hit this low, but I'm very bullish on it. So if you guys are considering a position or something like that, I would take a position probably around like a long call to a strike price of 15 to $18. And then shares I would buy now, hold it for long term, forget about it, let it go because it's gonna be a big company, or sorts like that. So it's very good. Uh, so let me go over the stock that is on everybody's on my um on my eyes before the market opens. TSM. That is the stock that I'm eyeing the most. That I'm basically talking about in this video. That is on my thumbnail as well. Is TSM. Reason why is we're at a low right now. If you guys look at this, so let me draw my trend right here. Boom. TSM is at a perfect low where we hit the bottom of our trend. We're going sideways, but we hit the bottom of our trend. So this is very strong indication of a strong upside before their earnings. Reason why is that chip semiconductors are the hot sector right now. With technological advances where many people want chips in their vehicles, in their cell phone devices, everything you can name of. Any technological devices requires a chip within it. And by looking at it, we can see that TSM can make a run up to $126 right now. Probably during earnings or after earnings, but it looks like we're very bullish for TSM. Oh shoot, very bullish for TSM right here. Let me chart this out. So we have our top resistance right here is a 126. And this is a 20% move. Just letting you guys know, this is like a 20% move from the bottom to this high. So it's like a 20% move or sorts like that. And if you want to, we can wick above to 142, which is possible. But the likely chance of it, not really. No stock really moves that in within 1 week, unless I don't know where huge amounts of retail investor gets in there. But it doesn't look like it's possible at all. So let me do this. Boom. All right, so our resistance right now is to break this middle trend, we have to break above 116, basically where our 200 SMA line is actually, basically. If we can break above the 200 SMA line, that is a sign to an uptrend of the upside to the price target of 123, 124. That is my price target for TSM. 20% move. We got earnings on October 14th. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure. Yep, October 14th, after hours as well. So I'm very bullish. No, it's before market actually, before market earnings. So the way I'm gonna trade this is I'll take on the risk of buying a long option call on TSM. I'm very bullish on it. They're on a basically this is what I call a bullish rectangle move, a source like that. So I would take a long call to the upside of 124, hold my position till otherwise. I would sell out if we reject off of this level, sell out. If not, if we break above it, then I set my basically profit taking margins around here. So this is this is my exit strategy right here. If you guys didn't know, we have an extra strategy I went over this week with OBR and OBR Investing Education. Check out their channel. It's really awesome. We went over in depth on our exit strategies of sorts like that. So let me edit this property rectangle. So my exit strategy is right here around the 24 range, 124, 123. Uh, Basically, my first resistance is around here, bam. First resistance around here. If we don't break through it and get rejected, that's when I would switch up my strategy of sorts to something new. So basically, this is when I would, look at my strategy, be like, all right, is it a good time to sell or not? This is when I would indicate to myself, all right, it is a good time to sell. I should be taking profits if it's rejecting off these levels. But all the indicators showing that we're very bullish. We got oversold RSIs. MACDs are barely crossing right now, so we have a confirmed MACD cross. It looks like we hit the bottom in the charts as well for TSM, bottom trend line that we hit the past 3 times as well over a 6 month span, 7 month span now. So I'm very bullish on this. But yeah, so that's my outlook on TSM. That's the stock that I'm highly looking at right now. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the markets today. Good luck in getting your